Hello and welcome. I am Boetic, and this is the 20th episode in my survival world. I thought I'd do something just a little bit different. We're going to do kind of a world tour here and get a little bit more behind the scenes, I guess, with how things work and how I've been doing different things. One of the things I noticed is I haven't shown up to this point a whole lot of the resource gathering or anything like that happens for me to make some of these builds. So I wanted to first start over here where I've created, obviously, a dark oak farm. And let me go ahead and exit out of here and turn off hold. All right. So this is a dark oak farm, and I made this when I realized that I have a whole lot of dark oak needs over at the castle, and I didn't have a good way to collect it. I was flying off to a couple of different locations where I'd found dark oak forests and was just kind of using those as clearing out an entire forest as a way to be able to just kind of get what I needed. So I created this, and it's working really, really well. I can show you a time lapse here in just a little bit of making it, but I wanted to show you kind of how many items we're getting here out of this, because it's really impressive. And I'll include a link to the farm itself, but we get apples out of it, we get sticks out of it, and then we get just an absolute ton of dark oak here. And it's been great. It's been how I've been able to keep up with the amount of dark oak we're using over at the castle. Another part of this is that we're actually above our witch farm here. So as I'm using this farm, and I'm at the same place that I had my AFK spot, as we're using this farm, I am actually kind of doing a few different things. We're getting some redstone, a ton of redstone. We're getting a bunch of gunpowder. We're getting glowstone. We're getting bottles, although I don't need this many bottles. I could go with not needing more bottles at this point. We're getting an insane number of sticks. We've got spider eyes to make as many weakness potions as we could possibly ever need. We've got sugar, same thing. And we have just an unreasonable amount of slime that's coming through this. So this has turned into being a little bit of a... Oh, there's a wandering trader right here. There we go. I don't need any of that. This has turned into being kind of a little farming area for me. So I'm going to keep that going and keep adding some other farms in this area as we need to, or as we should. But let's go ahead and head back now that we've done a little bit of what we needed over there. And we're going to head back over towards the castle here. I've put down... I got sick of getting lost as I was in the nether here, so I've got torches lighting up the path to different pieces that I need around here. This goes back to the castle here. And we've got our castle, and as you'll notice, I've made some changes to how we had the walls set up from the last episode. I'm going to just fly up here real quick. Before, these were going to be circular towers that went up kind of high, both corners over here. And I decided that I liked the original tower I made, that one right there, so much that I wanted to keep that consistency some. So I went ahead and put 2 towers here. It's worked out really well. And then I built out kind of the entrance to the castle here. I don't think it's quite done. I think this works really well, but I want to have a little bit more on top here. But I think this is turning out really, really nice, and it's working out just how I wanted it to. Let me make sure I'm away from those phantoms. I'm going to sleep real quick too. It's one of the problems with sitting there farming is you don't sleep and then phantoms are all over you when you're out from one of those areas. But I've added some color here inside the castle by adding some of these flower areas, and I've done that to this front. I think we're real close to having the front area of the castle here done, at least the wall area. Both these sides have doors where you can come in, and we can add something in here. This is a good size for enchanting maybe, but I kind of want to build our own little house for that. Both of them are the same size. They both have the same doors. And then you can come up and you can come in here and gain access to the walkway up here, and then we'll eventually have access up there too. But yeah, I think this is working out really well. I also really like this stone wall here versus a wooden, more like a less secure wall here facing inside. That works out really well. So another thing that I've done, and you'll see why the dark oak is so important here. The design I'm going with inside this castle is all dark oak, deep slate, and prismarine. And this dark prismarine for the roofs specifically, but we're going to use some other prismarine other places too. I built the stable here, and I think it's really going to work out great. I was looking for ways to have my animals moved from our starter house that's just right over here. I think I can see it from the gate here. Yeah, our starter house right there. We had all the horses and donkeys and mules and things right outside there. We've brought them into the stable. We also brought our cat over. And we've got our parrot over here. We've got our dog over here. So one thing I'd really like from you, go ahead and we've got a few animals here that we need to name. Here's my main horse. Let's go ahead, drop in here. We've got a donkey that we need to name. I don't want to name that guy yet because he's doesn't have much storage on him at all. So I want to get better storage before we start naming the llamas. But we've got 2 really great mules in here. They're brothers. So some names there, and then a name for my main horse. I also still need a name for my dog. We've got a great name for the parrot we went and found, Cookie. And then we also need a name for the cat over here, I think. I think we need a name for the cat, yeah. So drop in the comments a name for these guys. But yeah, this is the stables that I made. I think it's working out really well. This is the design we're going to be kind of keeping sort of close to with all the buildings inside here. I'm going to be I think this is the only animal section that we're going to have here. Any other animals, cows, sheep, all of that kind of stuff are going to be outside the castle walls, kind of keeping with that lore, right? You would have the animals that you're riding and pets and things like that inside, but you wouldn't have the livestock inside the castle walls. Not only that, but you wouldn't have the livestock coming through the front gate here. So what I think I'm going to do is somewhere in this area right here, I am probably going to build up some kind of barn that would be for the livestock. So cows, sheep, pigs, any other passive mobs that we need like that. And then build up a bridge, a well-used kind of walkway and that kind of thing across the water here. And that way, all of those kinds of animals could be coming in through the basement entrance here to be able to get to things like the butcher and that kind of thing, kind of sticking with that type of lore here. So I think that's going to work out really well. That's a build that's going to be coming in the future, most likely in the next episode here. But we've got a few other builds that I know are going to be coming in soon to the castle here, and I've kind of outlined where the keep is going to be. A stairway, an entry, and then kind of the bigger building is going to be right in that area. And we're going to have some barracks maybe going along the side here. I also want to do a couple of other buildings inside here. We're going to do a blacksmith. We'll do a armor type building, maybe something like that. Maybe like a butcher or a baker kind of building in here, kind of bringing some of those villagers inside the castle walls to give it some movement and have some purpose. So I'll work on getting good villagers for that. Inside the keep, we'll also have a library, so that's where we'll start all the librarian and getting the different books that we still don't have. Here, let's check and see what this guy's got. Nothing really that I need right now. But yeah, that's kind of the plans here. Obviously, long term, we're gonna keep moving on that. But the other thing that I realized I haven't ever shown is how I'm getting all of this deep slate. I've got my mine down here, and I've never shown what I'm doing to get the deep slate here. So let's go down all the way down. I think I go down to y negative something like negative 45, I think. But we go all the way down here, and this is where I had some strip mining, and where I found 3 different of those cities, one going that way, one going that way. There's another one going that way that we'll get to. But what I've been doing to get all the deep slate for this is I've been doing some tunnel boring. So I made a redstone tunnel bore and have been going all the way down. It's not super wide. It's only a 2 wide tunnel bore. Oh, there is a slime chunk right here too. That's neat. Let's go ahead and we've got a great way to get slime right now, but let's go ahead and get some more. But yeah, this is our tunnel bore, and this is what I've been using to get a lot of our different resources. So I come in here, I'll use this to get redstone and different diamond, all of that stuff, because it works really well for that. But if I just come over here, hit that note block, it throws some TNT. I let the TNT go off. I come up. If I see some ore, I'll go ahead and get it. Grab that. I will come over here, grab all the different ore, or all the different blocks that exploded, come back, hit the block, hit the note block again, and it'll fire off some more TNT. And this has been really great. This is what I've been using to get all of my cobbled deep slate, as well as tuff. There's been a lot of tuff that's shown up through here. And what else? Some gravel. I've gotten some gravel through this as well. And it's just hit the button, wait for the TNT to go off, and then come grab it. And I know there are people out there that have much larger tunnel bores than this, but this has been really, really good for my little single player world here. And really, I missed an ore there, and it has really made it to where I can keep up with the builds that I'm building without having to go through and do just non-stop strip mining. So it's working pretty well. I've already got 4 or 5 stacks now. It takes about, I'd say, 30 or 45 minutes doing it this way for me to get a shulker box full of cobbled deep slate, and that's been really great. So yeah, it's just, as you can tell, this hole that I've been making, this tunnel, is quite long. It's something that I've been doing for a little while, and it's worked out really well. It's something that I will definitely, any future worlds and things like that, I will definitely be using a tunnel bore to get everything I need from it. So, my dog's deciding to blow up as well right now. All right, well, let me get out of here. All right, now that we're up here, let's go ahead and sneak in to our old starter house. Take a quick little nap. And let's see, what else? Let's go over here. Just kind of doing a little world tour, I guess, a little bit. We've got, in 20 episodes, one of the first builds big kind of technical builds we did was this. We've got an iron farm right here. Oh, didn't know you were. What are you carrying? Huh. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Huh. He disappeared. Alright, let's get out of here, and maybe he will find me somewhere else. We've got all of our villagers in here that have been really great for trading in our iron. We've got tons of iron right now. I need to come by and put it together into a bigger, cut it down, compress it down into blocks, because we've got so much of that right now. And then the other thing that we did, let's come over here. One of our first episodes was actually early on. We built this bridge, and I still use it some. Now that I have wings, I don't use it as often as I once did, but just coming over here, we've got this great little farm area that we built up. Worked out really well. It's a lot of fun building that up. It's always good to come back and see some of these builds that you don't come back to very often. And if we come over here, we have a little house here that's got a couple villagers, our mending villager in there. And then we've got the big farming area here with farmers, and we are collecting all the different crops here. We've been focusing so much on other places that I haven't let these build up very much. Maybe I'll come AFK over here for a little bit and let some of those build up here soon, because it is about time for me to, I think I need to refill my golden carrot supply. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little low. But let's jump down and just take a look at this farm a little bit too. Come down here, we've got all the different farms. We've got wheat, and then I think that one's potatoes. Oh, hi, Ally. And then we've got carrots and cactus. Goes up to all the different ones. So yeah, I think that was a lot of fun to build too. But you'll see, I've been kind of sticking with this dark oak and the deep slate look to things, and I'm glad that we're going to be keeping that through the castle as well. So let's go ahead and head up. Now, after we did all of that, one of the things we did, we went in and we did a couple other farms. Let's go check those out real quick. We've got, let's see, which one's over here? Let's start going this way. So I think this one is going to be our just regular old mob farm. Yeah, it is. I really like this farm. This turned out really nice. Gunpowder, bones. I'm going to need to compress these bones down into some bone meal for that, for our dark oak farm. But we also get string here, we get arrows here, and then we get rotten flesh. And this was a good one. I really like this build. This is one of my favorites so far. You know, I tell you what, in the comments, why don't you, as we're kind of doing this little impromptu world tour, let me know in the comments which one of these builds are your favorite, and we can figure out, also tell me which one you would change, because let's face it, it's something every time we go through, we learn something new every time we're building, and so I'm not against finding out what types of different things would be we would want to do on some of these builds either. So let's just keep going here. We'll go to the next one. Let's see, we come, I think we need to go this way. Yep. This is the Guardian farm. We've been here recently. Jump in here and just take a look real quick. I really like the changes we made here where we come in underneath the farm. Get a bunch of different things. Let's go ahead and head up. The ink that we get here has been really, really nice. That was a surprising win out of this farm. Land here. We've got guardians there, and we get all the squid spawning down here too. So yeah, this has been a good one. I will say that the next time I build a guardian farm, I'm going to probably expand the section here where they go up, just so it can take care of more of them at one time. Alright, let's head down. Let's see, what else? Well, for the last one, why don't we head on over? I think I could probably use a little bit of elytra mending here. So let's head back this way. And if we go off, I think it's actually, if we go off this way, this will take us to our end portal. Spent a lot of time over here mending a lot of our gear. Alright, let's go on up. And if we head this way, that is where our Ender is. Enderman Farm. Come in here. You know, there are a couple things I want to do differently with this one. I know we did a reconfiguring of getting rid of the pearls, but obviously that is not handling the amount of pearls that we're actually getting in this farm. So I want to reconfigure the redstone underneath so we are getting rid of more of the pearls. So I get a lot in my inventory when I'm using it. But we can go ahead and fill up our elytra here. Tried to throw some blocks that were in my inventory out there too. They're just still sitting there. So let's see. There we go. We're all full. Let's dump the ender pearls we've got. I am really happy with the size change we did here. When we made this farm bigger in the bottom here, it made it much easier to use. So that's good. Another thing that we did, we opened up a few of these end portals. One of my goals in the next month or two in this world is going to be to get all of these end portals opened up. Go ahead and get all 20 of them surrounding here opened up, and that way we can do some designs connecting them together, something like that. That's always been something I've I've seen other people do, and I've really wanted to do that in one of my worlds. So we'll do that. And this should take us back to spawn. All right. We've got a bee farm over there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we've done. We've done a lot. In 20 episodes, we have done a whole lot around this world. And I just wanted to say thank you for watching and for hanging out with me throughout so much of this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to keep going and keep moving forward. I've got some ideas. Obviously, finish up the castle. Around the castle, we're going to do some buildings to build up kind of the kingdom over here. And then, there's nothing to say we can't build up another castle somewhere else and build up another kingdom somewhere else. So we're going to keep this world going for a while. But there's a lot of things going on right now. So one thing that you'll probably notice is we may not be in this world as often moving forward. So what I'm hopefully going to do, we try to release 2 episodes every week. And in each of those episodes, I always try to do kind of one thing technical and one thing kind of building. I tend to stay on the side of technical a little bit more, but I'm always trying to expand how I build and the buildings that we build. I do a lot of research trying to get those. But we're going to be starting a new world soon, and it's going to be on an SMP. I was invited to join an SMP, so that's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. More to come on that. Those episodes are going to be coming out probably towards the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to hopefully help me see how other people are building and learn from some of the great people in the Minecraft community. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you liked this episode, if you've liked this series, hit the like button for me. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you know as soon as those SMP episodes come out. There's going to be, I think there's 20 of us on the server. It's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So hit the subscribe button so you get notified when those episodes start dropping too. All right. Have a great day, y'all.